Northern Concession Movement is a body that managed more than 500 registered associations, and they recently had an interaction with Fulani Socio-Cultural Association. What has been discussed and what is the outcome of the meeting you heard with the Fulani Socio-Cultural Association?
Well, thank you very much. As usual, my name's Comrade Dr. Awal Abdullahi Aliyu, the president of 1917 Northern Consensus Movement for Peace, Unity, Empowerment and Development Initiative. Under the Northern Consensus Movement, we have 594 registered and certificated community-based socio-cultural and economic inclined northern associations. Here, associations of northerners from the 19 northern states, as well as association of northerners resident in the 17 southern states. That is hence the name 1917 Northern Consensus Movement. Yes, we had interaction with Fulani socio-cultural organizations. I wish to inform you here and now that under the amalgamated union or movement of Northern Consensus Movement, we have 63 registered Fulani associations. There are bigger, so to say, open and close bracket, bigger Fulani associations like the Gan Allah Fulani Development Association, if you like the Miete Allah Miete Allah Cattle Breeders Association, Miete Allah Kautal Hore Fulani associations. You have so many other registered Fulani associations, from the elders to the youth to the women to the middle class, and combination of both. Under the 1917 Northern Consensus Movement, we have 63 registered Fulani associations, and we have been interacting and intermingling. This has given us the opportunity to know a lot of Fulani leaders, elders, youth, and women leaders. It has afforded us the opportunity through our interaction with them, because they have trust and confidence in us. They have opened up in various situations, various things to us. And in fact, they find us so reliable that whatever happened to any Fulani man within the 36 states of the Federation and Abuja, believe me, before any socio-cultural association will know, I will be informed. And then we usually advise them, we guide them, and we take necessary measures where they need be to reach out either to authorities or to government or anybody or even individual where we find things are not going the way they are supposed to go. So the coming together of these various associations, the Fulani associations and more, coming into the fold of Northern Consensus movement to having believe in us, had also continuously assist us in knowing, understanding, and then also fashioning out possible ways of solving the Fulani challenges. Now, why did they come to us? Like I said earlier, is because of the trust and confidence that they have in us. We have been unbiased, we have been unreligious, unpolitical, untribal. We are purely a group of people who have same principles, who have the interests of North and Northerners at heart, who discuss, clamor, canvass, and discuss challenges and possible way out of all problems of North, and also try to bring out the prospect that is in Northern Nigeria and in Northerners. We try to harmonize, unite, bring together, collaborate within tribes, religions, cultures, and regions of North, so that we make them understand our cultural heritage. One of our cardinal principles is the resuscitation of Northern cultural heritage, because before the advent of religion, there has been a culture, and Northern culture has permitted for, unity, love, togetherness, understanding, trust, patience, peace, put together. That is what the Northern culture teaches a Northerner, in respect of tribe or religion. We are talking of the culture now. So one of our cardinal principles, like I said, is the resuscitation of cultural heritage of North and Northerners. We believe through that we can we can achieve the unity and peace that is known of North and Northerners. This is part of it, and that was why the Fulanis had to, run to the organization and seek to affiliate with us. And as they are affiliated to us, like I said, they bring out whatever their problems are, and we try as much as we can to solve that problem. And this is where we are. That is where they come to us, and we've had opportunity of interacting with various groups, various associations, various clans, various teams of youth, women, elders, the middle age. We have had the opportunity of knowing a lot of their problems. We have discussed their challenges. We within us, we have thought of how we can find solution to their problems. Some that are not too complicated, we try to solve. Those that we find bigger than us, we get it to the authority that we think has the power to assist in solving the problem. Things like that had been happening, and we've been going on with them, and that is still ongoing.
At the end of the interaction you had with the Fulani Social Cultural Association, or rather, what was the outcome of the meeting at the end of the day?
There are so many outcomes. The final outcome is that we've agreed that there should be a meeting point between the led and the leaders. Not the led and the leaders of the Fulani, but the led and the leaders of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, most especially security agencies. They have made a lot of allegations against security agencies. Before now, their major allegations are on the police. But believe me, it will interest you, or you may even find it difficult to believe, that today the Fulani man find a soldier man as his enemy, as his number one enemy. And a Fulani man is willing at any point in time, when he finds a soldier man within his parameter, if there's anything he can do to take him up, he is willing to do it, based on the fact that they had this belief that the soldier man is his number one enemy. Like I said before, now they see the police as their major enemies. But this time around, as far as the Fulani man is concerned, police is not even an issue at all. The member of the armed forces is his enemy, and he sees him as such. So we try to educate them to make them understand that these people, the armed forces, are doing playing their constitutional role. They are not enemy to you. They are enemies to the enemies of the state. And if you are not an enemy of the state, then you have no reason to see the member of the armed forces as your enemy. But it's difficult to just convince them that easy. It is more like an orientation, something that has been cooked and put into their brain and also on their heart. For you to clean it up is not going to be easy. So we realize that the best way to go about it is to now involve the members of the armed forces in a dialogue between the Fulani and the armed forces, so that they will now see that these members of armed forces are truly not their enemies. In fact, they are their best friends, because they are there to protect their own lives and then property as well as generally that of Nigerians. With interaction between the uniform member of the armed forces and the remotest member of the Fulani tribe. When I say the remotest, the ones at down the ladder, not the educated ones, the uneducated ones, the ones that are in the bush, the ones that live with the cows, the ones that go around, does not have anything to do with the city. Those ones see the member of the armed forces as his number one greatest enemy, and is willing to do anything to fight back. So we now look at it and say, okay, the best thing we can do is to initiate something that will bring interaction and dialogue between the remotest Fulani man and the highest authority of the armed forces, so that when they see that they, as the remotest, he is seeing himself sitting and facing the highest member of the armed forces, whom he thought is a Satan, whom he thought his only responsibility is just to kill him and destroy his property. He's now sitting with him. Such person is talking to him, is laughing with him, he's joking with him, and is telling him that I'm not your enemy, I'm your friend. But the enemies of the nation among you are our enemies. I will fight them. So you help us to fish out those enemies of the nations that are among you, so that we can fight and eliminate them from you yourself, because they are also a problem to you, and also they are destroying the respected tribe of Fulani, who is known to be a shy person, who is known to be highly respected, who is known to be self-dependent, who does not depend on government for his daily and daily and weekly and monthly and yearly earnings, who believe in himself, who is industrious on himself and has the capacity to even feed the nation. So through this interaction, there will be that understanding, there will be that cooperation, there will be that harmony, there will be that love. Peace will be created. And believe me, we understand that there are people that can cooperate. Once you put them in line and in order, make them understand what you need, why you need it, when you need it, how it will assist in solving a problem. They are these people that are calm-headed, they are these people that are cool-minded, that will cooperate and give you their best. One thing about them, they have this life of Chinese people. If you engage a Chinese man on anything, all he tried to do is to give you his best. The same thing if you engage a Fulani man and he agreed to be engaged by you, then he will make sure that he proves to you that he is good. He will prove to you that he is cultured. He will prove to you that he is religious. He will prove to you that he is honest. He will prove to you that he is peaceful. He will give you the best out of his own best just to convince you that he is good. And doing that will assist the members of the security agencies or the armed forces by extension to have a leeway of getting to the root of the problem and solving the problem even before it becomes a problem. This is what the meeting concluded. This is what we understand, and the meeting concluded on that. And as I speak to you, we are working towards achieving that.
Okay, it was alleged that Fulani youth are the ones being used to perpetrate this heinous crime faced in the northern Nigeria, ranging from kidnapping, banditry, and what have you. How can you attest to that allegation?
Yes, 70% or 65% correct, but 35% incorrect, because the Fulani is a tribe. You have a population of over 40 million Fulanis in Nigeria today. Out of that 40 million, from the 226 million approximately number of Nigerians, you also have about 9 million legitimate voters. When I say legitimate voters, those that have voters card and that can go on vote and possibly be voted for, you have about 9 million of them. And don't forget, the last election that was held, the number of votes that produced the president is not even up to that 9 million. So which means putting them together, educating them, making them understand their importance and impact of what they will do, making them understand that security is a challenge and they are being seen as part of the security problem. If you educate them on that and they follow the line you want them to toe, there will be peace. So if you say Fulanis are the only tribe, or their youths are the only ones involved in cattle rustling, kidnapping, banditry, and other security measures, I will tell you that is not correct. Because from our interaction with them, we come to understand they are equally victims of circumstances. So there are other tribes that are involved in this crime. In fact, how did Fulani man come to know about AK-47 or any other weapon that is used in destroying lives and property of innocent Nigerians? How did he come to know about it? He is not educated. He is not trained. He does not know where to get those weapons. Who started to give Fulanis weapons? Who taught Fulanis how to fire weapons? Who told them the categories of weapons? Who told them how to use those categories? Who gave them the dangers involved in this thing? Who made them understand that this is an item that is fearful and even the soldier man is afraid of it when held by someone else and attempting to kill him? Who taught the Fulanis all these things? How did they come to know about it? That is $1 million question, and then it's a question that I want to believe will be answered when the dialogue is coming up. I would not want to answer that question, but I ask the question, and it means this question requires a lot of answers, and I can guarantee you all these questions have answers. It is just a matter of time. So the Fulani youth is not the only one involved in cattle rustling, kidnapping, and banditry. Other tribes are involved, but because the Fulani man has been identified solely with that bad name, now people, other tribes, also dress in Fulani dresses and perpetrate act and address themselves as Fulanis. We have seen situations where bandits were arrested, kidnappers were arrested, cattle rustlers were arrested and they are not Fulanis. They are other tribes. But they did it in the name of Fulanis because there is a profiling of Fulanis as bad element of the Nigerian society. So it is not correct to say that all the act that is being perpetrated, banditry, kidnapping, cattle rustling, and other crimes are perpetrated by the Fulanis alone. It's not correct. Yes, 65%. And even the 65%, if you ask me, I will still tell you why the 65% of Fulani youth are also involved in these crimes and criminalities. That also is a question for a whole program that will give you the breakdown of how it started, when it started, why it started, those that were involved, and how it grew to the level that it is. But believe me, all these things are surmountable. All these things can be arrested. When I say arrested, they can be stopped for as long as that unity is established, that factor that is going to bring together the security agent, most especially members of the armed forces and the Fulani man to discuss together. Believe me, they have a lot of revelations to make that the members of the security agents thought they know a lot, but by the time they discuss, sit these people and begin to talk to these people politely, friendly, you know, in an atmosphere of peace, they will be shocked to their bone marrow what will be coming out of the mouth of these people that you see them as if they don't know what they are doing.
What you just said prompted me to ask you, and is a final question in this discussion. In your own opinion, how do you rate the performance of the security agencies in curtailing this heinous crime?
Well, the security agencies are doing their best. I want you to know that as far as the armed forces, to be precise, of Nigeria are concerned, we are the best in West Africa. We are second or third to the best in the whole of African continent, and we are also highly rated globally in the world. That is why you find the member of the Nigerian Armed Forces being involved in international operations and international engagements, peacekeepings, and what have you, because of the quality of a member of the Nigerian Armed Forces. Now, every member of the Nigerian Armed Forces has a commitment to this country and also wish to be identified as someone who has contributed greatly to the contribution to the peace, unity, security, and development of Nigeria. Now, looking at the armed forces, starting from the highest level, the highest hierarchy of the armed forces, and that is to speak of the Chief of Defense Staff, General C.G. Musa. Believe me, whether anybody believes it or not, I can guarantee you, I have never in my life, I have served in the armed forces. My father before me was a member of the armed forces. I have two of my kids in the armed forces. My daughter is married to a soldier. The mother of my children is a daughter of a soldier. But believe me, if you say I am a born soldier and my family are families of the armed forces, you will not be making mistake, because look at the rating I did for you. So, but of all this, in all my experience, I have never seen a chief of defense staff that is as qualitative as this General C.G. Musa. The man is passionate. He is compassionate. The man is a professional. He is responsible as well as considerate. This is one man that I know that is willing to do anything. When I say anything, anything legally and humanly possible to bring to total full stop the security challenges of Nigeria. He's non-tribalistic. He's not a religious bigot. He is a Nigerian that considers himself a Nigerian that believes in Nigeria and work for Nigeria for the interest of this country. I am commending the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Honestly, I don't know how he did the magic. I don't know who gave him the advice, but bringing out C.G. Musa to be the head of the Nigerian Armed Forces was one of the best things his government has done. And the history, I'm sure, will judge Bola Tinubu as one of the best leaders, most especially in terms of looking at the angle of bringing qualitative hands into the armed forces. And what the man is doing today is he's reaching out to the remotest of the remote. He's one man that listens to advice. And if he gets advice, he doesn't just shelve it. He work on it. He bring out what he thinks is the best out of the advice that is given and act on it. And that was why today the armed forces is stable. There is unity, there is conformity, there is togetherness, there is that understanding, there is cooperation, there is synergy between the tri-service of the armed forces, which before now It's not like that. Everybody is trying to outshine the other one. Everybody wants to be seen as the best, wants to be seen as the one that is really working. And also, everybody wants to make the other one look as if it's lousy, it's not working. But he has been able to harmonize that differences that was in the armed forces. Today, the armed forces see themselves as members of one family working in the interests of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and Nigerians. This is one thing that he has done. And in terms of reaching out and fighting capacity, this man has also working hard. He has been traveling from point A to point B, meeting with various groups, individuals, seeking for advice, getting more knowledge. And one most interesting thing about him is he has never shown himself as someone who has known it all. He knows that no man makes an island. He believes that collective ideas work to assist and bringing out a lasting solution. This is what he is doing, and that was why the other chiefs under him are also synergizing and cooperating. And believe me, in a short while from now, there's going to be a total solution to the security challenges that we're having in Nigeria.
We hope so. Thank you for investing much of your time.
My pleasure.
Thank you.